It's cold tonight, my breath it sits above my head and it flits between the crack in the window and the crack in the door. It can't decide which it wants more. This morning it was dark again, in the mine since I don't know when, and it's wise to tie your trousers tight so the rats can't climb them like a pipe. The string round my trouser cuff frayed and then came clean off. And trudging through the blackness well, I hardly noticed its absence till I felt a shuffle by my feet. And all at once my legs they meet the dirtiest paws you've ever seen. And the tail is no more clean. The rat is wrapped about my shin. He'll have chewed the string just to let himself in, and his tail is tied about my ankle like a fleshy unwanted manacle. The other boys, well, they warned me and I tied the string accordingly, but too late now, it's by my knee, the slippery tail is tugging now, I'm falling and I don't know how I'll catch myself. The ground is gone, and I've slipped down the goblin hole, the one we run past one by one, whispering, oh so frightened of, the noises echoing down in the deep, the rising laughter, the drumming feet. I've fallen, but I make no sound. The rat is squeaking, but two's a crowd. I hear their voices echoing loud. The rat is ever so quiet now. I fancy I see some goblins there, dressed in snow with silver hair, and in the darkness they prepare to catch the rats and chew their bones and use their skin to dress their thrones, and their mouths are holes that swallow like they might come creeping out at night. Their eyes are like a fire alight. The rat and I, we cower in fright. One of them, he said to the other, how are we gonna catch our supper? And the other, he replied, well, that's a case of how it's tied. He went on, in the very worst way. It's how we do it every day. We tie the string above the knee. The rats'll think we forgot, you see. And then we'll walk towards the work where all the rats catch boys that shirk. Their little noses sniff out trousers not tied up, and in their thousands they'll rush to climb up the leg. They'll climb as the poor boy begs. But this time they won't win their game. They'll see our trousers as just the same and climb up till they reach the knee, and that's when we'll strike, you see. Now, just before I tell the rest, I have to tell what I know best. Their hands are huge and their fingernails are sharpened so they can impale anything they can reach and grab. Anything that they can stab and sew. Now you know that. The goblin, well, he carried on. We'll put our hands around our ankles. Then we'll grab and strangle and catch the rat in a trouser trap. Ha! He won't suspect that. We'll catch the rat and cook him up, and nobody can interrupt. The voices joined and sang a song, and it was a woeful carrying on. My heart shivered, and so did the rat. I tucked him carefully into my hat, and that song went something like this. The most terrible words to ever exist. Tie the string above the knee. Rats will come and scurry up your goblin leg just to find a different knot has been tied. And Throw your hands and trap him there, and squealing loud, but we don't care. Catch him, boil him, take his skin, use the pelts for sleeping in. Their bones will clink about our necks, and not one of them will ever suspect. I trembled like a shaking leaf. We had to get away from their teeth. So I scurried back out the goblin hole, holding Ratty to save his soul, and we broke into the mine at a run. Well, I did. He was sitting stunned in my pocket, warm and safe from the ever-evil goblin race. And now I lie, like a match in a box, tucked under covers, wearing socks, and Ratty lies with me, content and fat, all fed up, and asleep in my hat. Catch him, boil him, take his skin, use the pelts for sleeping in. Catch him, boil him, take his skin, and use the pelts for sleeping in. My Ratty lies with me, content and fat, all fed up and asleep in my hat.